So we have discussed this example last time, and there we have seen that these two means probability between two pairs are not equal to their intersection. But when we take multiple such event and then take intersection between them, then they are equal to probability of A, means multiplication of their events. Then this if the events A1, A2, An are such that every pair is independent, then such events are called pairwise independent. So they are not pairwise independent. Their pairs are not independent. It does not follow this. Does not follow the mutually list of the that the list of event is mutually independent. Then we'll take one more example. Consider the above experiment of tossing die, two dice. Okay, first die result in a 1, 2 or 3. Second die results in a 4, 5 or 6. Okay, I'll just okay, so this is the example where we have written the two dice, rolling a two dice. At that time, the first die will give you 1. In second roll also it will give you 1. First roll it will give you 1. Second 2. 1 3, 1 4, 1 5, 1 6. Then 2 1, 2 2, 2 2, 2 3, 2 4 up to 2 6. Similarly 6 1 means when we roll a die, at that time the face appear on that first it will appear 6 and then 1. So here we can see that 6 and 1, 6 and 2, 6 and 3. So this is the means matrix where we can get this, and from tossing a two dice, and the event is first die result in 1, 2 or 3. Okay, so if we see over here, first die will result in 1. So initially 1 1 1 2. So at this row, all uh, all the location first die appear to be 1. Here in second row also, all the location uh, first die appear to be 2. In third row also we got 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5 3 6. Okay, so that is the event of our interest, means first die result in a 1 2 3. That means how many total sample space is 36, and how many such values are there for this event? Total 18, means first row 6, second row 6, third row 6. Total 18 values are there. Second die result in a 4 5 or 6. Second die result in a 4 5 or 6. Second die 3 1 2 3. Okay, so we need to consider the columns. Okay. 1 4 1 5 1 6, 2 4 2 5 2 6, 3 4 3 5 3 6, 4 4 4 5 4 6. Okay, similarly such 18, like here we have 3 rows, and here we have 3 columns. Okay, 3 different columns are there. I'll just write down one of the here. 6 4 6 5 and 6 6. 1 2 1 4 1 5 and 1 6. So similarly 6 such values are there in a one column. So total 18 are there in this second die, resulting 4 5 6, and the sum of the two faces is 7. Okay. Sum of the two faces is 7. Then our event of interest 6 plus 1 1 plus 6 7, then 5 plus 2 7, 4 plus 3 7, 6 plus 1. So symmetry are there in that case. We need to consider symmetry over here. Means if 1 6 is there, 6 1 is also there, 4 3 is there, 3 4 is also there, 5 2 is there, 2 5 is also there. Okay, so likewise we need to consider all the combination uh, that two faces, sum of the two faces is 7. Okay, now then A intersection B. A intersection B. A is first die result in a 1 2 3. Second die result in a 4 5 6. So intersection between these two. So we have to consider this part. Okay, like 1 4 1 5 1 6, 2 4 2 5 2 6, 3 4 3 5 3 6. Okay, so that is the common thing between event A and B. Event A is, okay, I'll just write down in a red. Event A is this, then event B is this one, and A intersection B is this, common between A and B. Okay, so there is a 3 1 3 2 3 3 3 4 3 5 3 6. Okay, B is what? Second die result in 4 5 6. Then how it is? Oh, sorry, here. Okay. 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 3 6. Okay, so here if you see that 1 4 1 5 1 6 2 4 2 5 2 6 3 4 3 5 3 6, this is the intersection. Okay, that A intersection B. Then A intersection C is equal to B intersection C. Okay, so there is a whatever common in between A and C, also there is a same thing common between B and C, because the part that if you see over here, 1 6 is present in this part, then 3 4 4 3, all these things are present here itself. Okay, 3 4 4 3. Therefore we have A intersection C and B intersection C, the things are common, and A intersection B intersection C is 1 6 2 5 and 3 4. Okay, the addition should be 7. Okay, therefore A intersection B is equal to 1 by 4. Total there is a 36, and out of that 36, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, 9 by 36, 9 by 36 is 1/4, okay, which is equal to probability of A into probability of B. PA is 18 by 36, which is 1 by 2. PB also 18 by 36, which is 1 by 2. 1 by 2 into 1 by 2, which is 1 by 4. A intersection C is 1 by 12. B intersection C is also 1 by 12. Okay, that means here P of C is 1 by 6. Okay, 1 by 6. But probability of A intersection B intersection, these pairs are giving the showing us the independence, means A and B are independent with each other, A and C are independent with each other, B and C are independent with each other. But when we take the A intersection B intersection C and we take the multiplication of these three probabilities, then it is 1 by 24 here we are getting, and here we are getting 1 by 12. Okay, these two are not equal. So in this example, events A, B and C are pairwise independent but not mutually independent. So if they are mutually independent, then in that case this needs to be also equal. Yes, A intersection B intersection C should be equal to probability of A into probability of B into probability of C. Okay, so that needs to be uh, equal. Then we'll take the reliability problem. So in that case, first consider series system of n component for I is equal to 1 to n. Okay, there are two systems, series and parallel. Series means uh, first thing is completed, then and then only we go for the second. In parallel we can do multiple things simultaneously. Okay, we know that what is the series and parallel. So here same thing is mentioned. We have considered here series system with n component and define event A I. Component I is functioning properly. So we have to check that whether the function is component is working properly or not. Let the reliability Ri of component I be defined as a probability that the component is functioning properly. So the reliability, we consider that this component I is working properly, then Ri is equal to probability of Ai. Okay. By the assumption of series connection, the system reliability Rs is equal to P, the system is functioning properly, okay, and which is equal to A1 intersection A2 intersection AN. Then we need to take the multiplication of all these things, so which is equal to I is equal to 1 to n Ri. So in order to compute this reliability, we need to consider all the component and their multiplication. This is the simple product law of reliability and applicable to series of system of independent components. Demonstrate how quickly system reliability degrades with an increase in complexity. Okay, so for example, if system consists of 5 components, each in series. Okay, there are 5 components which are present in a series, and each one is having probability 0.97. Okay. For 5 component, each component is having probability 0.97. That means 0.03 times it will or what we can say, okay, 0.03 times each component is having chance of failure. Okay. So then the system reliability is 0.97 raised to 5. Okay. Here, as per the product law, that means here we have to take the product of all the uh, means what we say here, all the components probability, all the component probability. And now here in this case we have 0.97 probability for each component, and there such 5 components are there. So the probability, overall probability is, the system reliability is 0.859. Okay, that means it is decreasing. Okay, so the system reliability degrades with increase in a complexity. If we add more component, then the reliability gets decreased, even though each component is having high probability. Like here 0.97 is the probability which is high for each component, then also the system probability or reliability is 0.859. Okay, and the if the system complexity is increased so that it contains 10 similar component, its probability is 0.738. So as you add complexity to the system, the reliability gets decreased. Okay, that's what we want to show here. Okay, and consider what happens to the system reliability when large system like computer system consists of tens to hundreds of thousands of components. Then the reliability again gets decreased. One way to increase the reliability of a system, to use redundancy. So like here, by using product rule, the reliability gets decreased. So in order to increase the reliability, we use the redundancy. So first scheme that comes to mind to replicate components with small reliabilities, which is parallel redundancy. So first consider a system consisting of n independent component in parallel, so that it will fail to function only if n components have failed. Okay. So if parallelly a parallel system is there and there are n components, one of the component is failed, then also the system is working. Suppose there are 10 components and 9 components are failed and one is working, then also the system is working. When system will fail? When all the n components have failed, then and then only the system is full. So define an event AI, the component I is functioning properly, and AP, the parallel system of n component is functioning properly. Okay. Also let Ri is equal to PA and Rp is equal to AP. So this probably is for the parallel and this is for the single component. To establish a relation between AP and AI values, it is easier to consider complementary events. So AP complement, the parallel system has failed, all n component have failed. So we can say that A1 bar, A2 bar. So every component has failed. A1 means first component is working. A2 means second component is working. So A1 bar means first is not working. A2 bar is second is not working. So that we have considered complementary event, we have considered, and probability of AP bar is equal to intersection of these complementary events, which is A1 bar, A2 bar, AN bar, and multiplication of that. Okay, now by independence, now let Fp is equal to 1 minus Rp, that is the unreliability. Reliability is Rp, but we consider Fp as a failure, which is n minus Rp of the parallel system, and similarly Fi is equal to 1 minus Ri with the unreliability of component I. So this is for the parallel system and this is for the single component. Then since AI and AI complement are mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive events, so mutually exclusive means there is a no common thing, and collectively exhaustive means when we add the events together, will get the total sample space. Okay. So this AI and AI bar are the mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive. One is equal to PS, probability of whole sample space, and it is equal to AI plus AI bar, and Fi is equal to the failure probabilities probability of AI bar, which is 1 minus PA. Okay, and for the parallel system, Fp is equal to probability of AP complement, and which is equal to I is equal to 1 to n into Fi. Okay, and Rp reliability of parallel system is equal to 1 minus Fp, which is equal to 1 minus product of I is equal to 1 to n 1 minus Ri. So the parallel system of n independent component, we have product law of unreliability. So here we are using product law of unreliabilities analogous to the product law of reliabilities in a series system. Okay, in series system we use the product law of reliabilities, and here in parallel system we are using product law of unreliabilities. Okay, if consider example, if we have parallel system of 5 components, each with a reliability of 0.970, then the system reliability is increased to 1 minus. So the formula for the reliability Rp is equal to 1 minus Fp. Okay, 1 minus Fp, which is 1 minus summation over I is equal to 1 minus Ri. So Ri is given, which is 0.970, 1 minus 0.970 raised to 5, okay, which is equal to 0.9999757. Here the initial probability for each component is 0.970, but when we add that component to the parallel system, its probability is increased, means reliability is increased. So however, one should be aware of law of diminishing returns, according to which rate of increasing reliability with each additional component decrease rapidly as n increases. So we can see here, uh, if we add more and more component, initially the probability gets increased rapidly, but after some point it is saturated and does not increase. Okay, so this is illustrated in 1.10. This is the diagram, reliability curve of parallel redundant system. So initially, if suppose we only use one component in parallel system, then we have the 0.97 probability. Then for two component, 0.98 or 99, 399, 499, 999957 6. Similarly, after some point it gets flattened. Okay. It started means flat. It will not increase. Okay, so the basic formula of 1.8 and 1.9. Just see. 1.9 is 1 minus Fp, which is 1 minus product over I is equal to 1 to n 1 minus Ri, and there is 1.8. This is reliability is product over n term. Okay. From this we can understand that when we serially connect any component, at that time the reliability is decreasing, but when we parallelly connect n component, at that time reliability increases, but up to the certain points. So our series parallel, we can use the series parallel system, which is I is equal to 1 to n 1 minus Ri raised to ni. Okay. So this is the series parallel system. let's see example. Consider the system shown in figure 1.11. This is the system R1, R2. These two are serially connected. Then these three are parallelly connected. These two are parallelly and then serially. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 serial components are there, and 3 and 2 are the parallel component. Consisting of 5 stages. N1 is equal to N2 is equal to N5. So N1, N2, N5, only one component is there. R1, R2, and R means here one component, here one component, here one component, R1, R2, R5, and for the N3 stage we have 3 component, and N4 stage 2 component. So R1 is having 0.95, R2 0.99, R3 0.70, R4 0.75, and R5 0.9. These are the reliabilities given in the system. So R series parallel is equal to, so we need to multiply this term. Means what? Initially these two are multiplied, then we need to use these parallel formulas here, and again serial formula here. So this is initially serial, then parallel, parallel, and then serial. So multiply 0.95, this is serial, 0.99 serial, 1 minus 0.7 cube. There are 3 components, so 1 minus 0.7 cube into 1 minus 0.75 2 raised to 2, because there are 2 components, and then 0.9. So overall reliability is 0.772. Okay, so this is the example. Then we can take one more case. Structure function. Let x be a state vector of a system with n component. Xi is equal to 1 if the component is functioning, and 0 if component has failed. Okay, so the structure of function phi x is defined as phi x is equal to 1 if the system is functioning, 0 if the system has failed. Using this, the definition of the system structure, the reliability system can be written as R probability of phi of x is equal to, if it is working or not, that we need to check. And so consider the fault tree diagram shown in okay, so initially we'll take this, and then you can understand. So this is the fault tree diagram of a communication network. Then how to find out the so in fault tree diagram, reliabilities of input to and an OR gate multiply, while unreliabilities of inputs to an AND gate multiply. So OR gate multiply and AND gate multiply. Hence the network reliability is given by. So we have to just check that how this reliability of network is find out. So the initially AB bar, AC bar, CB bar is given. So AB bar is passed to the AND, the input AB bar is passed to the AND gate, then AC bar, CB bar to the OR gate. So let's see how we can find out the fault tree network. So initially 1 minus total fault we need to find out. That's why we take the 1 minus RAB, 1 minus RAB, because it is complement, so we take the 1 minus RAB. Okay, complement of that is 1 minus RAB, then into 1 minus RAC CB, 1 minus RAC CB. This is to the AND gate. Initially 1 minus RAB, then ACCB, then ADDB, AEEB. 1 minus RADDB, 1 minus RAEEB. So this is whole 1 minus, then into CD CED, 1 minus RCD, 1 minus RCD, 1 minus RCED. Okay. So this is the reliability of system with more general interconnection cannot be computed with preceding formula. In such case, we may obtain structure. Okay. So this is how we can find out the reliability of network, but this is very difficult to compute. So instead of that, we use the structure function, like we have already discussed. When 1 is there, the component is working, 0 is there, component is not working. Okay, so we can see like here 1.14. This is the fault tree. For this fault tree, we have to find out the reliability. Phi is equal to 0, A1 bar union B1 bar B3 bar intersection. So just see that A1 bar union, this is OR function, union B1 bar intersection B3 bar. Okay, here we have AND gate, so B1 bar B3 bar. Here we do not consider the complementary event, as it is we are taking, and here B3 bar intersection B2 bar union A2 bar. So let's see over here B2 B3 union. Okay, and this is for the AND gate. Here AND gate is there, so that's where we can find out the failure. And if we simplify this equation, A1 bar intersection A2 bar, A1 bar intersection B2 bar B3 bar, then A2 bar or B1 bar B3 bar intersection A2 bar, B1 bar B3 bar B2 bar. Okay, so likewise we just simplify this equation, and this is the failure, phi is equal to 0. So note that these four events are not mutually exclusive, therefore we cannot directly use the multiplication rule, and then reliability of this system is R is equal to 1 minus P of phi is equal to 0, which is 1 minus probability of A1 bar A2 bar. So we just use that formula, and then union A1 A2 bar A1 bar why we have added here A2 added, A1 added, then A1 A2 added. So we have just added here A2, here A1, A1 A2, and which is equal to 1 minus FA1 failure of A1 FA2 FA1 A2 B2 B3 are A1 A2 B1 B3, and which we can write it as a failure of X, which is 1 minus Rx. Okay. Uh, I hope this is clear. Means in the exam you can get like this fault tree, and from that you have to find out this failure. Okay, what is the probability of the failure? Okay, this is about the independence. Then next is Bayes rule. So Bayes rule is probability of A intersection B, A intersection B bar. So A intersection B is probability of A given B into probability of B, and A intersection B bar means A intersection B bar into probability of B bar. Okay, by the definition of conditional probability, the relation is like this. So probability of A is equal to I is equal to 1 to n probability of A given Bi into probability of Bi. So suppose there are n such event which are B1, B2, Bn. So for that all event we need to take the summation. Okay, so this relation is analogous to Shannon's theorem in switching theory and can be generalized with respect to event space S dash. This relation is also known as theorem of total probability and is sometimes called the rule of elimination. And this situation can be visualized by constructing a tree diagram. So let's see the tree diagram. This is the theorem of total probability. A intersection B1, A intersection B2, A intersection B1, Bn, which is probability of A given B1, A given B2, A given Bn. Then we have the probability of B1, B2 up to probability of Bn. So this is the total probability theorem. Then Bj given A, probability of Bj intersection A, probability of A. Okay. So such n events are there. At that time, how we can find out the probabilities? Okay, but it is not known directly which is mutually exclusive and collectively exhaustive events B1, B2, Bn has occurred. In this situation, we may interested in evaluating probability of Bj given A, the conditional probability that one of these event Bj occurs given that A occurs. So one of the event that we are considering by applying the definition of conditional probability by the use of theorem of total probability. So Bj given A, same conditional probability theorem is there, but here we got the formula for the probability of A, which is summation over I is equal to 1 to n probability of Ai given Bi into probability of Bi, because there are n independent events are there. Okay, this relation is known as Bayes rule and useful in many applications. So this rule is also forms the basis of statistical methods like Bayesian procedure and sometimes called as this Bj given A posteriori probability. In logistic regression, Bayes theorem, many times this rule is used. Okay, so we'll take the example of this. measurements at North California Supercomputing Center on a certain day indicated that the source of income of job is 15% from Duke, 35% from University of North California, and 50% from North California State. So there are total 15 plus 35, 50, and this 50. Okay, total 100% sources of jobs are like, first is Duke, second is University of North California, and from North California State. Suppose that the probabilities that a job initiated from these universities is multitasking job are 0.01, 0.05, and 0.02. Okay, that means it is given that uh, the incoming job from Duke, given it is multitasking, which is 0.01. Then from University of North California, given it is multitasking, which is 0.05. Okay. Then find the probability that the job chosen at random at uh, North California State is multitasking job. Also find the probability that randomly chosen job comes from the University of North California, given that it is multitasking job. Okay. So define the event BI is from University I. So BI which is from, job is from University I. Then 1, 2, 3 for Duke. So we can say that University I means Duke for 1, UNC for 2, and NCSC for 3. And A is job uses multitask. So how do I put my, this is not testing, so we can say see over here. A is job is multitasking. Then by theorem of total probability, probability of A is equal to A given B1 into probability of B1, A given B2 into probability of B2, A given B3 into probability of B3. So A given B1 which is 0.01 and B1 is 0.15. So 15, 35 and 50 it is already given, and A is also given. So A given B1 is given, A given B2 is 0.05, A given B3 is 0.02. So total probability is 0.029. Now what is asked? Find the probability that a job chosen at random at NCSC. NCSC means which one is B3. Okay, B3 is chosen, B3 is chosen and it is multitasking job. Also find the probability. So B3 NCSC means kind 3. The second event is B2 given A, B2 given A, probability of A given B2 into probability of B2. So it is 0.603. So note that knowledge that the job uses multitasking increases the chance that it is came from UNC. UNC is given. Okay, so this is the answer. Similarly, you can go through this problem. So we can stop here in this particular video.